once they make their final determination, then you should have received an order.
So is that Pope County's only objection, is that time frame?
That time frame, and then past history is just your representation based on Grant County is just a representation of presenting yourself at another home, removing a child without authorization.
So you're taking that as an adverse thing, even though that wasn't proven and that was actually only the foster care's take on it?
No, I'm just including that information that was presented in the order in my recommendation. Whether DHS wants to look at that or not is up to, it's kind of out of our hands. We make the recommendation, DHS has final say. So if they don't include that, then it will not be considered.
Okay, go.
Hello? Hi, Merritt. Okay.
Not to release the information they supplied us, so we would just be able to release the cover page that you already received. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, what'd you say again?
We're not allowed to re-release the information that was received with your background study information.
Oh, so that second page, I can't, they're saying I can't have it?
Right, it's just the first cover page that was sent to you. That's all they'll release.
Okay, well, I was just going to call you actually because this morning when you spoke to me and read somewhere that something was marked no about prior foster care information, and I couldn't figure out what you're talking about because I thought you were talking about this paper that I just mailed or just dropped off. The one that's the individual fact sheet.
Okay.
And at the very bottom of that, it says, have you been previously rejected as a prospective adoptive parent or been the subject of an unfavorable adoption home study? And I marked that no.
Okay.
But I started thinking that there was a early application because this has been like 3 months now. And I looked on that, and that one reads a whole different thing. Is that what you were reading from?
I'm looking at the application that you filed, not
Okay.
the individual fact sheet. So
Okay.
the application sheet on page 4 says applicants previously applied or worked with or currently working with another foster care or an adoption agency, and then you just had said no.
Right, and that I can kind of explain that because I'm pretty sure that this is when Neil started this, and he started filling out things, and that was probably just a mistake.
So Neil completed the form and
Yeah.
just completed that
Yeah,
inaccurately.
so that, I mean, and the other thing is, my copy of this does not have our signatures on it. Is our signatures on yours?
Are you looking at the application, Kathy?
Yep.
Okay, let me check here. Yes, we do have your signatures. We have your original signatures.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that's all that happened is, we talked about doing this together, and he had some time and started typing it because he found it online. So he probably just answered that, and I never really looked at it because he never has done anything on his own.
Okay.
So, but when I did my individual thing, I was really looking closely, in case it said something about it. And like I said yesterday when you had called about signing that release of information, I went in there and signed it right away. So
Right.
I was trying to make sure that I thought you guys had all this information. But anyways, on my individual fact sheet, mine reads only about the adoptive program, and you can probably read that yourself in there, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for your individual fact sheet here. And see what you are. Okay, so okay. I see. Yeah, where it just applies to the perspective of the adoptive parent.
yeah, and that's what I thought you were originally talking about because that's the
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
most recent thing that has been handed in, so I thought that's what you were pertaining to.
Oh, yeah. It
And
was
so,
the actual application that was filed.
oh, and that was quite a while ago, and I'm sure, when Neil started and we just first started talking about it, he probably just filled that in thinking, that of himself, kind of, probably.
So, do you want, has the applicant previously applied or worked with or currently working with another foster care adoption agency? Do you want to change that?
Yeah, we can mark that, yes.
Okay. Then the other questions are referring to the agency name that you worked with.
That would be Grant County.
Let me know that Grant County Social Services, and then dates of involvement and the outcome.
That was I started that around October 2009.
Okay.
And I think I had my first disqualification in February of 2010.
Okay.
And then I think it went to the appeal, and DHS did a final decision like August 2010.
Okay. Okay, and what was their decision or what was the outcome of that?
It was a final determination because of I had a recent misdemeanor that actually was changed to a petty misdemeanor now. So, but when it was a misdemeanor, it was a disqualification, and then I had a felony from like 15 years ago. And I think after 15, we were right in that 15-year mark, and it was, that was also a stay of imposition where it went to a misdemeanor, so that should have dropped off the record. But that new charge, it was a Polk County charge, and I think it was in December of 2009.
Okay.
It started out as a misdemeanor, but then they changed it to a petty misdemeanor. So when I had called right away when it happened, actually I called the agency and told them about the charge before they even found out. I just called them and told them what happened. And so they were aware of it before, they didn't find out in any other means except for I called them. So they were aware of it right away, and we dealt with it right away. And that's why I was disqualified, because it was a misdemeanor, and I was on probation for, I think it said a year, and after a year, if there was nothing, it would change to a petty misdemeanor.
Okay, and that changed.
Yeah.
Oh, so the outcome of your actual application for foster care, was it a denial?
Yeah, it was the initial thing was a denial.
Okay. All right. Well, I have that all down here. So I'll look at the document that I just put it in my own bidding here. So I'll just put that in with your initial application, and I'll just document that we had this conversation, and that should be good.
Okay, thank you so much, Merritt.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Kathy.
Bye.
Okay.
Ending call at 1:22 p.m. with Merritt at Polk County Family Services, October 16th, 2012.
Okay.
Okay, it is Wednesday, November 14th, 2012 at 2:32 p.m. calling Merritt at Polk County Family Services.
Okay. Make sure your phone is level. Or pointed this way more, one of the two. Is that maximum volume?
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Merritt Over. I'm either on another line or away from my desk and can't take your call at this time. If you need to speak with someone immediately, please dial 0 now. Otherwise, please leave a detailed message and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you so much and have a great day. After the tone, please record your message. When finished, you may hang up to deliver the message or press pound for more options.
Hi Merritt, this is Kathy Tangen, and could you please give me a call back as soon as you can? I will be busy after 3 o'clock, so try to call before 3 if you can. Thank you. Bye. just going to call Family Services and see if she's there actually.
County Human Services.
Is Meriton?
Just a moment.
They never answer your question, they just connect you.
Oh, you reached the voicemail of Merit Oberg. I'm either on another line. Please hold while your call is being transferred to Becky.
Okay.
You've reached Polk County Human Services. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. Please leave a message after the beep. If you are calling
I'll just call back.
Mm-hmm. Just ask the first person your question.
That's what I was gonna do. Oops.
County Human Services.
Yes, do you know if Merit is in right now or is she left for the day?
I am. Let's see. Oh, she is out of the office for the rest of the day at a client meeting.
Do you know when she left today?
Looks like noon.
Do you know if she'll be in tomorrow?
Yep, looks like she will be.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. So much for that. Every day she's gone. I wonder if she can't get anything done.
Well, what you do is you call and say, "I'll be calling tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I want to set up an appointment tomorrow to talk to her on the phone. So, give me a time. Tell me when her schedule is open tomorrow."
Well, they won't do that. I have to leave Merit a message and ask her to call me at a certain time. Because they don't set up her schedules for her.
Is she one of the head people?
Kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off.
So you can pretty much erase.
Okay, now it's on.
Okay, it is November 15th, 2012 at 4:06 p.m. calling Merit Oberg from Pope County Family Services.
Well, make sure you hold your phone out level.
She probably won't be there, so.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, since it's already 6 after 4.
Well, their business hours is 4:30.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Oops.
Got it up loud? Did you turn up your volume?
Hi, you reached the voicemail of Merit Oberg. I will be out of the office most of the day today. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Please record your message. When finished, you may hang.
Hi, Merritt. This is Kathy Tangen. Could you give me a call back?
Tell her what your message is.
I'm trying to find out what is going on with the foster care license because it's almost been 3 weeks, and I thought that when we last talked, it was only going to take a day or two. So, just was wondering what's going on with the foster care application. And could you please call me back at 1 o'clock tomorrow if that's possible with you? That would be the best time to call me tomorrow is at 1 o'clock. My cell number is 320-766-6757. Thank you. Bye. Hello?
Hi, Kathy. It's Meredith calling from Polk County Human Services.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to return your call regarding your child foster care application. Initially, the holdup was getting a copy of your order. We did finally receive a copy of your order. And then I've been consulting with the Department of Human Services licensing because one of the rules or statutes says if you have been denied a foster care application in the past, that you are not eligible for at least 2 years to apply. And that time from your order, the order was issued April 2011, so you're not, we have to recommend a denial of your license because it has not been 2 years from the date of your denial from Grant County.
Okay, I don't believe that my my final denial was not in 2011 that I'm aware.
I have a copy of the order, and it was signed, I suppose it was denied and you appealed it. It was signed from the Department of Human Services on April 29th, 2011. So that's what that is, and I'm going to try to get that request in to the state so they have that, and then I think they send you a notice directly.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on. Now, do you want me to, I never sent in the fire marshal request. Do you want to follow through with that, and then in the future if you choose to apply, or do you want me just to send it back to you, or do you want me to wait until we get a final decision from DHS?
I would like a final decision, but I'd also like the statute or whatever that sent to me, or you could email it to me.
Okay. Let's see here.
Because if I'm denied again, isn't it going to be another roller coaster where I'm denied and then
If you're denied because you applied within 2 years, I mean, it hasn't met that 2 years, so it wouldn't be another, we're just recommending that it be denied because you were previously denied, and based on rule and statute, you can't receive a license for 2 years. And so since it's not past that time frame, we're recommending a denial of your license. That doesn't mean that it's a new 2-year period from this time that we do a recommendation for denial.
Well, and back when we went to court, from what I remember, they did mention that it was a 2-year waiting time again, but they said that it's from your initial denial, not your last denial.
No, I checked with DHS licensing because that's, I've been waiting to hear back from them because you had, the initial denial, then you had an appeal, and then you had the final order, and I received information that it's from the date the final order was signed, and that was the one in April. So I've already checked into that with DHS.
Okay, so can you give me the wording on all that so I could read about it?
Well, I can email you the statute that shows that.
Okay, that would be great.
Yep. Okay. Kathy, what's your email address?
It's buck24, so it's B as in boy, UCK, B as in boy, UCK24 at hotmail.com.
All right, I will get that information emailed to you. I'm going to do the order, and then so it'll be yet today.
Okay, and then I mean, if I reapplied in April, do I have to start all over with the fingerprints and the whole process, background check, everything again?
Well, background checks would probably be done just because there's a lapse in time. It would be a 6-month time frame, so we would probably do those again. Um, oh, actually, no. We don't do internal for child foster care. And then once you submit your fingerprint cards, they're on file with DHS for a number of years, I think. So you wouldn't have to do your fingerprints, but you would just have to do the fact sheet, that you completed before, showing your name, address, social, driver's license number. So it can be entered into the system just so that triggers the DHS to complete the study. But we would just select that you've already submitted your fingerprints, so you would not have that fee.
Okay, because it basically took 5 months to just get this background check part done. So I was wondering, is it going to take that long again?
No, the background check was not. What happened was, initially, if you had reported that you were previously associated with an agency, we would have requested a release of information right away. So when we were processing your application and then it came up, we needed to get that release of information for you. There was time to, have Grant County get all the information to us, and then time to consult DHS regarding your previous denial and whether or not we could approve your new application. So it did not take that long.
Okay.
If you would reapply, your fingerprints are already done. We would already have information from Grant County. So if you applied in our county or are residing here, we wouldn't need to get that information again because we would already have it in our files.
Okay.
Okay?
And then would you be able to send me that final determination? Because I don't remember getting anything in 2011.
Well, this is from the Department of Human Services. So what you probably want to do is contact them because to get a copy of that order, or I can see if I can release it, but it's really not for me to release.
Okay.
And since, BCA didn't allow me to release their information, I'll certainly check with licensing if I can send it to you, or I'll just scan and email it if that's okay with you to do it by email.
Okay.
Otherwise, I can mail it to you.
Okay, and basically, I don't know if you can say anything or I can say anything, but it's literally 5 months from now until April.
Yeah.
So, like you said, that final determination, is there a way to ask for a variance on that part of it? That rule or whatever you're talking about?
I don't know that it's directly in rule and statute, so I don't know why they would, if they're able to grant a variance. Usually, you could present that. What will happen is if they follow our recommendation and say, yes, you need to deny that application, you have the right to appeal. So within that appeal, you can say, could you approve a variance for this time frame?
So as far as the stand for Pope County, their determination is that it be denied then?
I have to do a recommendation for denial because it's within that 2 years of being previously denied, and we have to go from the last date of your order, which was in April. So we're basing it on that, and then basically we're basing it on the previous order that was sent from DHS, regarding your appeal and their reasoning as to why they denied that.
Because honestly, I'm not sure what that final one says, but I can't remember how it all went. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that I never got a final appeal. There was maybe some deadline I missed or something. So that final letter in 2011 might have been saying that I just was denied the next step. So the final step would have been the previous, that would have kicked back to the previous final thing. If it was.
No, this letter says it's the final. The order is the final agency decision in the matter, and then that was sent to your address in Ashby, April 29th, 2011. That's the same day that the order was signed, and it says that you have the right to request reconsideration at that time, but the final decision was made.
I don't think I had any I don't have had any appeal after that.
Right, because once you appeal it once, they make their final determination, and you should have received an order.
So is that Pope County's only objection, is that time frame?
That time frame, and then past history is just your representation based on Grant County is just a representation of presenting yourself at another home, removing a child without authorization.
So you're taking that as an adverse thing, even though that wasn't proven and that was actually only the foster care's take on it?
No, I'm just including that information that was presented in the order in my recommendation. Whether DHS wants to look at that or not is up to, it's kind of out of our hands. We make the recommendation, DHS has final say. So if they don't include that, then it will not be considered.
So how do I know if they're including it as you have included it?
Well, you'll receive a notice. Once I get the letter of recommendation in, they basically make their decision, and then we both receive notice as to what that decision is. So you can receive information at that time regarding what information was looked at. But right now, it's the main basis of the denial is because it has not been 2 years since your last denial. So we can't process your application because your previous application was denied, and then it says right there that we're not able to issue a license because, that time frame is still there. So
Okay.
I just want to, that's kind of an update on that. But I'll email you the statute and where I saw that, because I'll include that language in our letter to the state as well.
They're gonna bring it up the next time.
So are you going to bring up this issue with the foster care reference again?
I'm going to put it in my letter. What was ordered before, that is
On your next application.
that is why your license, that is one of the reasons your application was denied in the past. So I'm including that, and then that it has not been the 2-year time frame.
So on the next application, will you bring up that foster care reference is an denial reason then?
On your next, what do you mean your next application? If you're denied now because it wasn't done till April and then you reapply?
Correct.
So I honestly don't know how that will be handled in the future. We'll just wait and see. We have to wait and see what the state determines on this one, whether it be, if you have the right to appeal it and you say, can you grant a variance, those types of things. So we would have to move forward with this step first and then see how we would handle their application process in the future, if you can reapply right away or if you have to wait or what the circumstances are set by the state.
Okay.
Okay? So, but I'll email you that information, and then if you have questions, feel free to give me a call. And I apologize for not getting back to you the other day, but you said call after 3, and I had appointments outside of the office, so I wasn't able to, or maybe it was before 3, or after 3. So, and then I was not in the office, so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the update. We're just going to send that in, and we'll both find out, I guess, at the same time they send us a notice, and then you a notice as well.
Right. And from what I understand, DHS, had my previous file, and they would have had all that information of the previous appeals and all the things that we discussed during that time. And they actually, sent that background check that there was nothing that was prohibiting me from getting a license.
Right. They have all the information that they would need, so it's just a matter of reviewing it and looking at our denial, basically saying you've been denied within the last 2 years, and that 2-year time frame hasn't lapsed yet. And then if they need access to any of your previous licensing, I'm sure they have that all there, so they can access that as needed. So they have any information I provided in my letter, they already have that.
Okay.
They're going to have that in your previous application file. So I'm not including anything new that they don't know about. It's just all previously in your order, so they're aware of, your past application and the process and the denial.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, okay, I'll get that stuff emailed to you, and then if you have questions, feel free to give me a call.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Kathy.
Bye.
Bye.
November 16th at 1:13 p.m. talking to Mayor Oberg, Pope County Family Services.
See, what they were doing is they're just using that time frame thing as an excuse. They should have told you that a long time ago that they already knew you applied, because that's part of their records.
Yeah.
But what they were doing, if they didn't have that, they still are going to fall back on that foster care deal. See, that's their little trick. That's their reserve for next time. Okay, I'm turning it off.